In today's story, I get confused and angry because despite not actually cheating, our hero still manages to leave me with a feeling of, oh wow, that really just was total BS, wasn't it?
Funny.
Get ready to battle for your body, all my fellow and future outlaws. This is Cards Games vs. Humanity, and I'm that NAK double G. Finally back with that break. I know you all missed me. Don't worry, we got over 100 more episodes for me to make fun of, because I know you love it. If you enjoyed, don't forget that sub, that bell, that like, hit up the Patreon if you want to support me. And leave a comment telling me if you too can see that double rainbow flying high over the sky over there. I didn't take any drugs today. But enough about that, let's head back to this duel, shall we? One where Yugi is only 500 life points away from defeat. He says he's been in tougher spots before, but honestly, this is probably the most lockdown we've ever seen him up until this point. Oh look, it's Gansley's turn and he draws another card that I'm sure actually exists. I wonder what this one's called. Oh yes, Rainbow Snake Agana, a card so powerful that he could just win the duel right now if he summoned it. But I guess he's not in a hurry to get his body back or anything, so he just decides to summon Melkid the Four-Faced Beast instead. Knowing Zelda's biggest weakness is a basic headbutt to the face, destroys Yugi's monster in the process, causing him to take a massive 100 life points of damage and being ultra weirdly super dramatic about it in the process. You then get a scene of your average white woman waking up after day 2 of Burning Man.
This world is supposed to be a total illusion, so why does my face hurt?
Man, they're just not even trying to hide it, are they? Back to the duel, Yugi's still lying on the ground from that devastating 100 life point attack he just took. Seriously, the motherfucker's been to the Shadow Realm and back, but apparently a minor cut inside of a virtual world is the most brutal thing he's ever experienced.
Once I take over your scrawny body.
Yeah, I just don't think there's a single context in which that line of dialogue is acceptable. Back to Yugi's turn, he draws the Rainbow Blessing magic card. Something he claims isn't powerful enough to get him out of the situation. Obviously, it was a good idea to put the card in his deck to begin with. Oh, you actually want to know what the card does? Too bad. Rainbow begins to do this happy dance, and Yami isn't having it. Forcing little Yugs to step in because he's well versed in interpreted dance, claiming that Karibo's actually trying to talk to us. He's not just hungry again.
Well, I have nothing to lose.
Yeah, nothing to lose, except this duel, Yugi's body, and just any chance of not spending eternity in f***ing purgatory. Instead of actually listening, though, Yami just sets Rainbow Blessing down before ending his turn. Something I would definitely make fun of more if they didn't immediately cut over to Joey, who just burst into a random hallway to talk more mad shit to it. Joey gets no screen time today, apparently, as we're already back to Taya, who's getting ready for dinner time. The gangbangers are very particular about their spices and will not add the meat to the soup until the consistency is just right. What exactly happens if they eat her, though? Will the Big Five just not get a body? Will she just get sent to the stars? Oh wait, that's GX. We're not there yet.
I gotta get out of here, or I'll be Taya soup.
Oh, trust me, girl. That already happened. Because this is a show about a teenage girl getting eaten by giants and not a children's card game, everything you're about to see makes total sense and you should have no question. How will Taya get out of this hole? Here's a penguin with a vine. Why is it a penguin? Trust me, you don't want to know. Holy crap, Kaiba's been holding on to Mokaba for an entire episode. I guess that does make sense, though. That is his dueling arm. Despite successfully pulling his brother Mokaba back up to safety, Kaiba yells at Noah saying, "How dare you add the sensation of touch to the virtual world? This should be cold and unfeeling. I will make you pay."
I don't know what kind of game Noah's playing, but it's not Duel Monsters.
I know, right? There's no such thing as other games. Despite Mokaba having a literal tear-felt emotional thank you to him, Metal completely ignores that and says, "You're about to see some dark shit, possibly a few bodies left behind that this kid knows about. Just know that I did it all for us and to have a better life, and I'm still a good person. The past is over. It doesn't matter. We can't learn from it." Back to the future, Duel, where Mr. has a good deck, draws another good card from his deck. Offerings to the Doom, straight up destroying Yugi's Chimera and leaving him wide open for... Oh, wait, I forgot about Baphomet. I always forget about Baphomet. Too bad for Yugi, his recursion monster won't last long. As Gansley tributes 2 monsters for a giant multicolored reptile, aka a basic bitch snake that just sounds like the Great Leviathan when it comes out because the show's budget was definitely drying up at this point. He attacks the Baphomet that I'm pretty sure was in attack mode, before going in for the kill on a duel that he's legit outplayed Yugi at every turn. Unfortunately for him, though, little Yugi steps in and asexually reproduces Karibo all over the field, saving him from the direct attack and saving the duel, even though Yami's still kind of pissed that he took screen time from him without asking.
One more blast could have destroyed you, so I jumped in.
What does that even mean? Does that mean his body just disintegrates into the void and Gansley misses out on a perfectly good teenage boy? Man, this show is f***ed up. Now see here, this little Karibo here is the best deck master here that we could have chosen here. Because it was all fate, it was all destiny, it was all heart of the cards, and I definitely made this decision and I didn't slip up at the beginning of the duel. Little Yugi immediately collapses from just one attack that didn't even take life point damage because I guess he has 1 hit point. That's just sad.
Those one-eyed freaks are still coming!
Really? Because Because this is a kid's show, these giant monsters throw axes at a teenage girl that's trying to escape, with seemingly no other option other than this rickety cricket bridge. If she falls off, she'll go into the rapids and probably die, whatever that seems to mean in this virtual world. It's just a shame she doesn't have her friends by her side to help her out and save her ass like usual. Wait a sec, she says. That permanent ink that we drew in our hands, that one that dried off one scene later, yeah, that's a representation of how strong our friendship is. Yeah, they're here. They're always here. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Ain't nothing gonna slow me down. Ain't nothing gonna make me walk faster across this bridge either.
Someone help!
Someone help! In a scene that honestly takes up more of this episode than it needs to, the crappy bridge finally breaks under the weight of the gangbanger. Luckily for Taya though, her veins are still pumping with the power of friendship, allowing her to hang onto the bridge that somehow stayed together as it crashed into the cliff. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of missing commentating card games.
Misjudging the power of the small can be a big mistake.
I hear that. The final turn of the duel arrives when Yummy draws into Swift Guy the Fierce Knight, saying that regardless of Gansley's Deckmaster ability, it's all over, I'm about to get cocky and you better watch out. Revealing the Rainbow Blessing card when combined with Karibo, a great power is released. Yes, that's the description of the card. You can just go with it wherever you want afterwards. Karibo takes the LSD from the Beatles-inspired magic card, tripping balls so hard that he forgets who his partner is, heading immediately over to Gansley, creating a rainbow bridge in the process. That's not because of the effect, he just legit forgot. This is the only card in his hand. Yugi's able to summon Swift Guy the Fierce Knight to the field without a tribute. A beautiful horse that makes its way across the rainbow arc. Really, really slowly, mind you. Like, honestly, it takes a while. Unfortunately for though, Gansley's Deckmaster ability doesn't work on direct attack, something that Yami apparently learned from Karibo, a creature that's unable to communicate anything. Since he knows he's going down, Gansley reveals the line of dialogue that was used as the final piece of recorded evidence versus Jeffrey Epstein.
You little brat! I was so close to winning your body!
The episode ends with a new door being revealed to Yami now that he's defeated the first boss of the area. Now at level 22, he's only 2 levels away from learning Dark Magic Attack and really kicking some ass. Well, that's it for this week's episode. I want to thank you all for watching and of course a shout out to all my patrons. Sorry about the delay in episodes there. I've been a busy bitch with real world stuff. I promise I won't make a poor decisions like Gansley and just have 1,000 other people who don't care about it do it for me. This has been the man from Earth with all the growth, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the triple digit episodes now. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I got nothing clever. I just felt like singing. Later. Despite Mokaba having a literal tearfelt emotional thank you to him. I think I said that right. Because this is tipping balls so hard that he forgets and immediately heads over to What the fuck did I write?